I never thought I'd be the kind of person who would say, I ignored the red flags, but that's exactly what I did. This happened a few years ago after I broke up with my ex, Ryan. We dated for almost 2 years. First, he was charming, quiet, protective in a way that felt comforting. He'd remember little details about me, like how I hated sleeping with the door open, or how I always checked the locks twice before bed. Looking back, those weren't sweet habits. They were observations. When I ended things, he didn't yell. He didn't cry. He just stared at me for a long time and said, "You'll regret this. People don't just disappear from my life." That sentence stuck with me. For the first week after the breakup, everything felt normal. Too normal. No angry texts. No late-night calls. No social media drama. My friends told me I was lucky. Then the messages started. At first, they were harmless. "Hope you got home safe. Did you ever fix that loose window in your bedroom?" That one made my stomach tighten. I hadn't told anyone about that window. I didn't respond. The next night, around 2:17 a.m., my phone buzzed again. "Your porch light is still flickering. You should really replace it." I sat straight up in bed. My apartment was on the second floor. The porch light was flickering. I'd noticed it earlier that night, but forgot about it. I slowly stood up and peeked through the blinds. The parking lot was empty. I told myself he was guessing, or maybe he'd seen it before, back when we were together. That explanation helped me sleep. A little. The next morning, I found something outside my door. A single white envelope. No stamp. No name. Inside was a printed photo of me, sitting on my couch the night before. The photo was taken through my living room window. I dropped it and backed away like it was burning my hands. That night, I didn't sleep at home. I stayed with my friend Maya and showed her the photo. She told me to go to the police, but there was no threat, no message, no proof it was Ryan. When I finally went back to my apartment 2 days later, I tried to convince myself I was being paranoid. I cleaned, turned on every light, and played music just to feel less alone. Around midnight, I heard it. A soft tapping sound. Not knocking, not banging, tapping. From my bedroom window. Tap, tap, tap. My body froze. I stood there, holding my breath, listening as the tapping slowly dragged along the glass, like fingernails testing the surface. Then my phone vibrated. A text from an unknown number. "You always hated that sound. I remember." That's when I realized something horrifying. He wasn't trying to scare me away. He was reminding me that he was still watching. And that night was only the beginning. If you haven't heard Story 2, Part 1, this won't make much sense. But if you have, then you already know why I stopped feeling safe anywhere. When I left my old apartment, I thought distance would solve everything. I moved nearly 4 hours away, changed my number, deleted my social media, and told only my parents where I was going. My new place was a small rented house at the edge of a quiet town. No nearby neighbors, no shared walls, just trees, silence, and space to breathe. For the first month, nothing happened. No notes, no messages, no strange cars. I started sleeping again. That's when the dreams began. Every night, I'd dream I was standing in my kitchen, staring at the back door. In the dream, someone was outside, breathing slowly, their shadow pressed against the glass. I could never see their face, I'd wake up just before the door handle turned. I told myself it was trauma, until the 4th week. I came home from work one evening and noticed the back door was unlocked. I never left it unlocked. Nothing inside was disturbed. No missing items. No broken locks. But on the kitchen counter, sitting neatly beside my keys, was something that didn't belong to me. A folded piece of paper. Inside, written in familiar handwriting, were 6 words. "You still don't lock the back door." My chest felt tight, like the air had been sucked out of the room. I checked every closet, every room, under the bed. Nothing. That night, I pushed a chair under the door handle and slept with the lights on. At exactly 3:11 a.m., my phone buzzed. Unknown number. I had to make sure it was really you. I didn't respond. My hands were shaking too badly. Another message came in seconds later. "Your hair is shorter now. I like it." I ran to the window and pulled the curtain aside. Nothing. Just darkness and trees swaying in the wind. The next morning, I called the police. They took a report, walked the property, and told me what I already feared. No proof, no witnesses, no signs of forced entry. Before they left, one officer casually asked, "Do you live alone?" I nodded. He paused, then said, "Make sure you keep it that way for now." The following nights were worse. I'd hear footsteps crunching on gravel outside, soft whistling near the trees, the sound of something brushing against the side of the house. Every time I checked, there was nothing there. Until one night, I noticed something that made my stomach drop. My bathroom mirror had been wiped clean. Just one section right in the center, as if someone had leaned in close and breathed on it. That same night, my phone lit up again. "You still check mirrors before sleeping." I lost it. I packed a bag and decided to leave town the next morning. But around 1 a.m., the power went out. The house went silent. No fridge hum, no lights, just the sound of my own breathing. Then I heard it, the back door handle slowly turning. The chair scraped loudly across the floor. I grabbed my phone and locked myself in the bedroom, dialing 911 with shaking fingers. Before the call connected, my phone buzzed. A final message. "You should have stayed." That's when I heard footsteps inside the house. Slow, calm, familiar. The police arrived minutes later. No one was there, but the back door was wide open. And on my bedroom door, carved lightly into the wood, were 3 words. I was here. I moved again after that, farther than before. I don't talk about this story much. I don't use my real name online, and I never stay in one place too long, because sometimes, late at night, I still get messages from unknown numbers. They're always short, always simple, and always end the same way. I still remember. By the time story 3 reached its final chapter, I had stopped trusting silence. Silence meant someone was being careful. If you heard noise, at least you knew where it was coming from. But when everything was quiet, that's when I felt watched the most. After what happened in part 2, I left the city entirely. I didn't tell my family. I didn't tell friends. I paid cash, used a fake last name, and rented a small room above an old repair shop in a town most people had never heard of. The owner barely spoke. The stairs creaked loudly. The walls were thin. I figured if someone tried to come in, I'd hear them. For a while, it worked. No notes, no messages, no shadows outside my window. Then one morning, I woke up to the sound of my laptop turning on. I hadn't touched it. The screen glowed in the dark room, illuminating the walls with a pale blue light. I froze in bed, watching as the cursor moved on its own, slowly opening folders. Files I didn't recognize. Videos, each one labeled with a date. The most recent date was yesterday. My hands shook as I clicked the file. The video showed me asleep in this very room. The angle was low, like the camera had been placed on the floor near the door. I could hear soft breathing in the background. Not mine. I slammed the laptop shut and backed into the corner, my heart pounding so hard I thought I'd pass out. That's when my phone vibrated. No number, no name, just a message. You still sleep on your left side. I ran downstairs, screaming for the owner. He swore no one had been upstairs. He said the door to my room had been locked all night. I packed my things immediately. Before leaving, I checked the room one last time. Behind the wardrobe, taped to the wall, was a small black camera, pointed directly at the bed. I handed it to the police an hour later. They said it would take time to trace. That night, I stayed in a motel off the highway, the kind of place where no one asks questions. I locked the door, checked the bathroom, pulled the curtains shut. Around 2 a.m., my phone rang. This time I answered. I didn't speak. Neither did he. All I could hear was slow breathing and the faint sound of a television playing in the background. My TV. In my motel room. I turned my head slowly. The screen was on. Static filled the room. Then the call ended. On the TV screen, white letters appeared against the black. There you are. I don't remember leaving that room. I don't remember driving. I only remember waking up in my car at sunrise, parked on the side of the road, my phone dead and my laptop gone. The police never found him. They never found the camera's owner. They never found the files. But sometimes, late at night, my phone lights up by itself. No message, no call, just the screen turning on. Like someone is checking to see if I'm still there. And that's how story 3 ends. Not with closure, but with the feeling that somewhere, someone is still watching.